Culture has handed us a very specific picture of what a substance problem looks like. It's the dramatic crash, the family intervention, the 30-day rehab stint, the exact moment a life finally shatters. From that picture, we've drawn a quiet, unwritten rule. To qualify for help, you have to lose something significant first: your job, your relationship, or your health. You have to be visibly broken. The danger lies in treating a crisis as the only valid entry point for care. This expectation creates a barrier that forces individuals to navigate escalating risks alone, often for years, while the window for the most effective early intervention closes. Defining the right to heal by the scale of the catastrophe is not a safety net. It is a trap that actively delays the recovery process. The reality is that most people navigating a shift in their relationship with substances are doing fine on paper. They are holding down jobs, actively maintaining relationships, and managing their households, while carrying a private, unobserved change in their daily habits. The escalation usually happens quietly. A single glass of wine with dinner eventually turns into 2 bottles. What used to be strictly a weekend habit begins bleeding into Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Then comes the cognitive friction. You notice that the drink meant to take the edge off has gradually become the primary method you have for getting through a stressful evening. Spotting this pattern before your boss or your spouse does is a position of strength. It is the first moment you can see the trajectory before it gains momentum. Intercepting that quiet escalation early is the most effective way to ensure you never experience the crash society expects you to wait for. Changing your relationship with a substance does not require packing up and leaving your life behind for an inpatient facility or a 12-step program. Clinical data shows the majority of people who successfully change their habits do so outside of traditional inpatient settings, relying on outpatient therapy and support. Their goals go in 2 directions: clinically supported moderation or complete abstinence. Recovery is a customized strategy built around a person's actual life and actual goals. To build that strategy, therapy starts by looking at what the substance is actually doing. Usually, the substance is a tool hired to do a specific psychological job, and those are heavy jobs: quieting chronic anxiety, dulling a persistent depression, holding back acute grief, or numbing an old trauma. Having underlying anxiety or depression existing alongside substance use is the standard rule. It is a clinical presentation known as a co-occurring disorder. When you address the underlying emotional job, when you process the trauma or treat the anxiety at the same time, the physical pull of the substance naturally begins to weaken. Shame fuels continued use. Compassion is what actually fuels lasting change. Healing is found by resolving the underlying pain, eventually making the coping tool unnecessary. Acknowledging a need for change does not require a massive, disruptive overhaul of your life today. The first, smallest step you can take is a free private screening at chctherapy.com/mental health tests. It takes 2 minutes. The screener uses validated DAST and Audit C style questions to provide instant, clearly scored guidance on your current habits. You don't have to provide an email, you don't have to identify yourself, and you don't have to share the results with anyone else. Getting an objective, private reading of your own habits allows you to process the facts before shame or outside judgment has a chance to complicate the decision. When you are ready to talk through those results, Coping and Healing Counseling is a resource equipped to guide you through the next steps. Their team of specialized therapists provides HIPAA-compliant telehealth coverage across all 159 Georgia counties. They've also worked to reduce financial barriers, accepting major insurances like Aetna, Cigna, and Blue Cross Blue Shield, and offering a $0 copay for Medicaid patients. If part of you recognizes your own patterns in these descriptions, you already know it is time to pivot. You don't have to wait for things to get worse. You already deserve care, right now. And acknowledging the truth tonight is enough of a reason to start.